No filters, no apologies, just real conversations where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. This is Party's Over. Externally, I wanted to look a certain way, but internally, I wasn't happy. I've had so many procedures, so many treatments, more than I can count. I had to learn what a narcissist was when I realized I was married to one.
You've reinvented yourself, and now you're on a new chapter and a new journey.
I like to incorporate a little bit of my story as well on the show, but I'm also interested in learning other people's stories. I want the viewers in my show to walk away feeling great about themselves, feeling empowered. No filters, no apologies, just real conversation where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. Party's over, my friends. And now it's time for Call It, where we take a real life situation, set a clear standard, and give you the rule. If you like honest conversations about relationships, boundaries, and modern etiquette, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Today's Call It is, can a cosmetic procedure replace healthy lifestyle habits?
No. What?
That's so crazy.
Oh my gosh,
No.
people are insane. Like, of course it can't. Like, no, you still have to be healthy.
I understand the question because a lot of people think that they can just go to their surgeon and get liposuction, like full body liposuction with a fat transfer.
Yeah.
So you liposuction your entire body, you transfer the fat into like your butt area.
Yeah.
And they think that, oh, this is a quick fix, so I don't have to like be healthy. I
It's
can
gonna
still
blow up
go
in
back
their
to my
little
drinking and
faces.
whatever, my eating habits were.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work because what happens is in a procedure like
It's the
that,
opposite.
it's the
happens.
opposite because when you remove that fat, the fat will grow. It may not come back in that spot where they lipoed, but it's going to come back in another spot.
So if you full body, like, where's your fat gonna go?
If you full
Like in
body,
your feet
like
and your
it just
hands?
depends because if you
You
full
have no
body,
fat cells left.
well,
where are they
depending
gonna-
on where you take the lipo, like where
you
you
get
lipo,
like little
it
pockets
could just be
and bubbling.
you get big pockets and bubbling.
Oh,
Ugh.
people stop being lazy. Just do the
Nothing
work.
compares to just doing the hard work.
Good old fashioned hard work.
And this is the same thing with going on Ozempic or another like Mounjaro or
Yeah.
something similar, that if you don't change your lifestyle habits, then once you get off of the shot, you're going to actually gain more weight.
Yeah, there's nothing that comes out, nothing good comes out of a quick fix.
There are no
It's just like a
shortcuts.
Band-Aid. Like in life, you have to put the work in, and your results are based on what you put in.
Now, I'm a big believer that there are a lot of
kickstart,
people,
right?
well, they do the work,
Yeah.
they do so much work, and then there's certain parts of your body,
Like my inner thighs.
like genetically,
Yeah,
that you can't.
genetically, my thighs are going to touch. Like unless I was concave in every other area in my body, like my thighs are going to touch, right? So like in order to get rid of that, I would have to
lipo.
lipo.
That's
it,
the
but I'm
only
not
thing that
going
works.
to,
But
because I
she's
don't
not
want
going to.
pockets.
But there's so many other
Yeah.
procedures, the same thing that people think is a quick fix, and
It's not.
there are no quick fixes, and unless you are doing the hard work, you're doing your weight training, and you have saddlebags or you have fat in an area that you can't remove, but yet you've done the work, or you've had a child and you have that loose skin, nothing's going to change that.
Yeah.
Except for a tummy tuck. So those situations,
That's
then
not
yes.
a quick fix.
No,
though.
it's not a quick
That's
fix.
the thing. That's not a quick fix at all. That's doing the work and then just tweaking your hard work.
Yes. But a cosmetic procedure cannot replace healthy lifestyle habits.
Hate to break it to you, but
But we want to hear from you. So please write in the comments if you've had a procedure or you're thinking about one, as opposed to changing your lifestyle
and have
habits.
you gotten a procedure and not done what you were supposed to? We want to hear from you too, like the people that get the pockets. I
if
wanna
you've had a
know.
procedure and you've
Yeah.
had the pockets,
Yeah, I want to know if anybody's had lipo and that ended up blowing up in their face.
well, I did.
You did?
Yeah, it blew up in my face.
Really? I never knew that.
Yeah, it was one of the procedures that I regretted because I did
Oh, I had no idea.
Oh yes, I took the quick fix, by lipoing my knees and lipoing my stomach, and I didn't go to the right doctor to do
Yeah.
that. She took out so much fat, my stomach, the skin sagged so much, I had to follow up with a tummy tuck.
That's where the tummy tuck came.
Yes. Otherwise, I would have
I
never needed
didn't
one.
realize it was
Yes,
due to
because I wasn't doing
lipo.
the work.
Oh, fast! I never knew that was the cause of it.
And then with my
Interesting.
knees, the skin sags. So I'm constantly putting threads, which I just did a couple weeks ago. And sometimes
Yeah.
I have to put filler in, which is ridiculous. Yes, I was that person that thought a cosmetic procedure could replace going to the gym and doing
Yeah.
the work.
You gotta
And
do the work.
I was very regretful. Do you think people underestimate the maintenance behind cosmetic results? Tell me in the comments. What have you experienced? Procedures refine the result. Habits protect it. If you won't maintain the outcome, then don't invest in the procedure. If this resonates, share it with someone who believes real results come from consistency. And don't forget to like and share. Lasting change always starts with daily habits. Hi, it's Sandra. Are you a brand that wants to connect with our amazing audience? Exciting news! We have limited sponsorship spots open for brands we'd be proud to recommend. If that's you, we'd love to talk. The link is in the show notes. No filters, no apologies, just real conversations where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. This is Party's Over. Externally, I wanted to look a certain way, but internally, I wasn't happy. I've had so many procedures, so many treatments, more than I can count. I had to learn what a narcissist was when I realized I was married to one.
You've reinvented yourself, and now you're on a new chapter and a new journey.
I like to incorporate a little bit of my story as well on the show, but I'm also interested in learning other people's stories. I want the viewers in my show to walk away feeling great about themselves, feeling empowered. No filters, no apologies, just real conversation where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. Party's over, my friends. And now it's time for Flag It, where we spot the patterns that tell you what's really happening in a relationship. If you like honest conversations about boundaries, behavior, and emotional health, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Today's Flag It is, if someone says you're their everything, is that romantic or is it something to watch?
I think that's fine.
I think it's fine too.
I think it's endearing.
I do.
I like it. And I generally don't like things like that, but I actually think that's really sweet and nice.
Is it because you don't have real feelings?
Yeah, like I think it's so nice.
I think it's
You know,
really nice.
I'm emotionally void and I think it's nice.
If somebody tells you you are their everything, I think that's very romantic, and I don't think you should watch out for something
No,
like that.
don't watch out for that.
There are a million other things to watch out
This
for.
is not something
that's
you
not
watch
one
out
of
for.
them.
This is actually really sweet and kind. I like this person.
So we like that. Have you ever been in a relationship where you felt responsible for someone else's emotional well-being? Tell us in the comments what helped you recognize the dynamic. If someone expects you to be their entire world, pay attention to the pattern, because healthy love adds to your life. It doesn't replace it. If this resonates, share it with someone who needs a reminder that independence is part of a healthy connection. And don't forget to like and share. Balanced relationships give both people room to breathe. Hi, it's Sandra with a little reminder. If you like the show, hit subscribe right now. New episodes of Party's Over every single week. No filters, no apologies, just real conversations where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. This is Party's Over. Externally, I wanted to look a certain way, but internally, I wasn't happy. I've had so many procedures, so many treatments, more than I can count. I had to learn what a narcissist was when I realized I was married to one.
You've reinvented yourself, and now you're on a new chapter and a new journey.
I like to incorporate a little bit of my story as well on the show, but I'm also interested in learning other people's stories. I want the viewers in my show to walk away feeling great about themselves, feeling empowered. No filters, no apologies, just real conversation where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. Party's over, my friends. And now it's time for Call BS, where we take a trending beauty technique and separate the myth from the reality. If you like honest conversations about skincare trends and what actually works, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Today's Call BS is, can facial taping replace Botox?
No.
No.
Case in point. No, 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 no. Your injectors have a job for a reason. Treat them well because they are doing you a major service, and taping your face does nothing except give you acne and rashes.
And we know this for a fact because Vita had this bright idea to stop doing Botox and start taping her face. And what happened?
I broke out and was wrinkly. It's horrible. It was one of the dumbest things I've ever done. And it was during my not drinking. So if there was a time to test this, this was the time because I was eating super clean and I didn't have a drop of alcohol in my system for 3 months and I still needed the Botox.
And every person that I know that has tried facial taping instead of Botox has completely regretted it because they were on a good schedule of Botox and then they stopped for like a year and then they had to go back and get so much more.
Quick.
You had to give so much more than you ever got.
But I did. At least I learned my lesson in 6 months.
Yes.
Like I didn't wait a year.
No, I know people that actually waited a year.
No. We did not do that.
Imagine waiting a year and trying to put some crazy tape on your face.
Ugh, I don't know what I was thinking.
So for our viewers, we do not like facial taping to replace Botox. Botox works by relaxing targeted muscles. Taping may create a temporary smoothing effect, but it doesn't change the underlying cause of dynamic wrinkles. It's a short-term cosmetic trick, not a treatment. Have you ever tried facial taping or another overnight beauty hack? Tell us in the comments. Did you see lasting results? If this resonates, share it with someone experimenting with viral beauty shortcuts. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Understanding the cause leads to better results. Hi, it's Sandra. Spill It is by far our most popular segment. So if you have a question you want it answered on Spill It, this is your chance. Send your questions to spillit@sandralenasilverman.com and we might just answer it live on the show. Remember, no topic is off limits, so ask us anything. No filters, no apologies, just real conversations where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. This is Party's Over. Externally, I wanted to look a certain way, but internally, I wasn't happy. I've had so many procedures, so many treatments, more than I can count. I had to learn what a narcissist was when I realized I was married to one.
You've reinvented yourself, and now you're on a new chapter and a new journey.
I like to incorporate a little bit of my story as well on the show, but I'm also interested in learning other people's stories. I want the viewers in my show to walk away feeling great about themselves, feeling empowered. No filters, no apologies, just real conversation where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. Party's over, my friends. And now it's time for Been There, where I share a real experience from my own life and the lesson that came with it. If you like honest conversations about confidence and personal growth, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Today's Been There is the moment my confidence changed and it had nothing to do with my appearance.
Your eat, shop, love trip.
My eat, shop, love trip.
That's what I call it.
But
you
I didn't eat.
So like your shop, love, walk trip. You walked a lot.
I did walk a lot.
And you did photos.
And I had photo shoots.
Sandy's Euro summer.
So last summer, I spent the summer, half of the summer in Europe, and I came back a different person. So before the trip, rewind, the year before is when my ex and I separated. And it was a hard year. It was a transitional year.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like completely confident about living alone. And it was just a complete transition. So then I decided, okay, I'm not going to date this summer. I'm just going to spend the summer. I'm going to go to Europe. And I came back. Okay.
No, I saw you right before you left. I saw you in Europe, and then I saw you again right when you got back. And there was a noticeable difference in all three phases. I think you were in one place right before you left.
Okay, let's tell the viewers.
You were like a hot mess. Right before like, I mean, that's what you were. It was right around the same time as the intervention when I told her she needed to get it together.
No, the intervention was last fall.
Oh yeah, intervention
before
was
the book
last fall.
launch.
Yeah. But you did, yeah. You're right. Pre-book launch was the intervention, and then you started kind of getting it together, but you were still just like not fully there. And then I saw you in Europe, and I think I saw you like at the halfway point of your trip because you hadn't gone to Greece yet. I saw you in Italy.
I
saw you
me
in
at the end
Italy
of
round
Europe,
2,
but
yeah.
then I went to the Hamptons.
And then you went to the Hamptons. And then I saw you in Miami
after.
right after. And you were a completely different person in Miami than you were when I saw you prior. I think you were just confident and you were happy and you were just a little more relaxed. Even though you had a lot going on, I feel like you were just a little more zen.
So there you have it. That's the moment my confidence changed after spending last summer. Basically, I spent last summer by myself. Because when I went to Europe, even though I met up with people, I was still on vacation.
And you navigated everything alone.
Yes, and I navigated the entire summer. And then I rented a house and stayed in the Hamptons
Can you
by
tell
myself.
them about when you missed the ferry and had to get on the cargo ferry?
Oh, yeah.
Can we please hear about this? Because the story just brings me so much joy. It's completely off topic, but it really
Okay,
brings
so
me
I
joy.
flew in. So I was meeting my friend Andrea. This was the first part of the trip. I was meeting her in Capri, and I'd never been there before. So first I missed my flight. So I was leaving Miami. I missed the flight was delayed, so I would have missed the connection. So I get there a day later. Then I get to the ferry, which is the day later is nighttime, where the actual ferry wasn't running, but it was the cargo ferry.
So she calls me and she's like, "You cannot take the ferry. You have to charter a boat." Like, and I'm like very skittish, so I'm like freaking out. I'm like calling my travel agent. I'm like, "There's the ferry," and like this and that. And then 2 days later, I get this phone call. So I accidentally got on the cargo ferry. The ferry for people is just fine.
So what happened was there was an emergency. And they sent the cargo ferry to pick everybody up because they flew in late because there was some kind of a medical emergency and the other ferry wasn't working. So I get to the hotel where my friend was after taking the cargo ferry. I had no idea what was going on, but I was super happy. And she was like, "Why are you so happy? You just got delayed. You were stuck in Chicago. And then on top of it, I was stuck in London. Sorry. And then you took the cargo ferry, but I was still happy to be there."
Yeah. Changed woman.
Changed woman. Have you ever had a confidence shift that came from something other than your appearance? Tell us in the comments what made the difference for you. Confidence comes from your decisions and self-respect, not from how you look. If this resonates, share it with someone who thinks confidence starts on the outside. And don't forget to like and share, because real confidence is built from within. Hi, it's Sandra. Thank you for watching Party's Over show. We are always looking for ways to improve the show, so I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me what resonated, what you disagreed with, all of it. Your feedback shapes our show, so don't be shy. Tell us what's on your mind. No filters, no apologies, just real conversations where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. This is Party's Over. Externally, I wanted to look a certain way, but internally, I wasn't happy. I've had so many procedures, so many treatments, more than I can count. I had to learn what a narcissist was when I realized I was married to one.
You've reinvented yourself, and now you're on a new chapter and a new journey.
I like to incorporate a little bit of my story as well on the show, but I'm also interested in learning other people's stories. I want the viewers in my show to walk away feeling great about themselves, feeling empowered. No filters, no apologies, just real conversation where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. Party's over, my friends. And now it's time for Tea Time, where we look at the cultural messages shaping modern relationships. If you like honest conversations about dating expectations and relationship dynamics, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Today's Tea Time is the soft life and luxury dating trend. Is it empowerment or unrealistic expectation?
I feel like I am completely okay with this. I think that these girls are dating men that can provide them with a certain life, and they're admitting it. And that's fine. It's the ones that don't want to admit that that's what they're doing that annoys me, right? Like, okay, if you're like dating somebody for money and you're not admitting it, well, then you're an asshole. But like, these girls are totally open about it, and that's fine. That's their prerogative. Like, they don't want to work and they want to go to Pilates all day. So go do that.
But are they admitting it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like a trend. They're like hashtag soft life. Like, they are 100%. I don't want to work and I want to be with somebody that can provide for me and have a soft life, not a hard life. And I think it's fine. I mean, if that's what they want, go for it.
But are these girls sugar babies and being paid, or are they in love with the person that they're with?
I think they're in love with the people. I do. And I think that that's just a criteria. Like, say somebody likes somebody tall. Well, like, maybe these girls just want somebody wealthy.
But are we talking about girls that are legitimately with these guys? Like, they had careers and then they met an older man?
No, these are girls that are coming out of school with the intention of not working hard. They just don't want to do it.
Okay, but are they being paid by these people?
No, it's just like...
So it's different. So
they're
they're
like
not sugar
having a
babies.
traditional marriage. Like, you can have a traditional marriage without being paid. Like, a sugar baby is like an old man. They're like meeting guys their own age.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like they just don't want to like work hard.
Right. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the
No.
opposite.
This isn't like girls like going after like old men for money. No. This is like just girls that are like, I don't want to work that hard. Like, I want to have an easy life.
Right, so I just want my husband to work.
Yeah.
But women have been doing that forever.
Exactly. Now it's just trending. I think it's fine.
mean, people have been doing that. I
Yeah.
mean, so many people, like when I got married, they didn't work.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's just like going back to like old ways. And I think it's fine.
So it's going back to the 1950s.
Yeah. I have
1950s
no beef with
housewife.
this. Yeah. And you know what, girls? Here's the reality. You're going to deal with some SHIT. Right? I mean, and so they say it's like the soft life, and that's fine. And if you don't want to work, you don't want to work, but just prepare yourself to have to eat it sometimes.
Well,
Right?
because if you're married for money and not for love, I promise you
Yeah.
will earn every penny.
Yeah, and that's fine. If that's what they want to do, that's on them. But know that it's not going to be that easy. You're just paying your dues in a different way, not in an office.
Long-term relationships depend on shared values, emotional connection, and mutual effort, not just the experience someone can provide. What are you seeing around this trend? Tell us in the comments. Do you think expectations around dating and lifestyle are changing? Lifestyle can enhance a relationship, but it can't replace compatibility. If this resonates, share it with someone navigating modern dating expectations. And don't forget to like and share. Strong relationships are built on connection, not presentation. Hi, it's Sandra. If this show is hitting home for you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like, share it with a friend who needs to hear it, and help us get Parties Over show in front of more people. Your support means so much to me and the Parties Over team. No filters, no apologies, just real conversations where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. This is Party's Over. Externally, I wanted to look a certain way, but internally, I wasn't happy. I've had so many procedures, so many treatments, more than I can count. I had to learn what a narcissist was when I realized I was married to one.
You've reinvented yourself, and now you're on a new chapter and a new journey.
I like to incorporate a little bit of my story as well on the show, but I'm also interested in learning other people's stories. I want the viewers in my show to walk away feeling great about themselves, feeling empowered. No filters, no apologies, just real conversation where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. Party's over, my friends. And now it's time for Case Closed, where we bring a real life situation into Party's Over court and deliver the verdict. If you want honest guidance about aesthetic trends and long-term results, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Today's case: if you choose treatments based on what's trending instead of what your face actually needs, what happens?
You're gonna look bad.
Well, nothing good.
Yeah, you shouldn't pick your treatments based on what's trending. You need to pick your treatments on what your face needs. This is like common sense, people.
This is common sense. Now, I have a friend who decided to get rhinoplasty, and this is her second rhinoplasty, and she wanted her nose to look a certain way, which wasn't really the way that she wanted her nose. Didn't fit her face. She was copying another friend.
Nose?
Yeah, so all these girls in Colombia go to specific doctors, but their face structure is different, but they want their noses more like straight up in the air. So my friend did the same thing with breast augmentation and with her nose, wanted everything straight up in the air, and she regrets it.
Yeah, you shouldn't look at trends when you're doing something to your body, because trends come and go and your body's with you for a very long time.
So for your face and your body, you have to do what fits
What
your
needs,
or what your needs, and to make you look natural, because a lot of people will do these trends and they don't look natural. So right now, a lot of girls are getting a lot of filler. And
buccal fat.
Yeah, and removing the buccal fat, and it doesn't look natural. And for any viewers that we have in their 20s, do not remove your buccal fat. That's like the biggest mistake that you can make, because you need that fat as you age.
And also, like with the filler, for instance, like I have naturally very full lips. So if I followed the lip trend, the filler trend, I would look like a clown. I wouldn't be able to close my lips if I got filler
a lot
in
of
my
people
lips.
are looking like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like if I was just going by trends, I'd have these like fish lips. Is that what they are? Fish or ducks? What are they?
Duck lips.
They're ducks, yeah. Don't look like a duck. Go with what your body needs.
But it's also the same with fashion. So you can follow trends to an extent, but those trends have to fit your body type.
And also, fashions, it's not attached to you. It's not a fixture on your body. So if you make a mistake with fashion, like, yeah, it cost you some money, maybe some dignity, but it didn't cost you physical harm.
No, but for your face, like you have to, and plus when you are working on your face, make sure you go to the right people, because what is good for one person's face is not good for everyone's, especially when people talk about the nose.
Yeah.
Because they're always like different trend, like
I think noses,
rhinoplasties.
Yeah, I think noses and lips are like very hot button areas.
I agree. But a lot of people too in other countries, the girls are looking the same, like in the Middle East.
It's so bad where everybody...
They're doing like procedures to their eyes, and
it's so upsetting. Like, it's okay to, like, I don't have a perfect face. Like, I don't, you know?
You do. You have perfect bone structure.
Well, thank you. That's a huge compliment coming from you. But it's like, you don't want to be like so surgically perfect, you know? I think it's okay to like look a little different. You don't want everybody to look like each other.
Definitely not. So it's our opinion to don't worry about what's trending. Just worry about what works for you and for your face. Have you ever felt tempted to try something just because it was trending? Tell us in the comments what made you pause or move forward. Your face needs a strategy, not a trend list. If you follow trends instead of a plan, the result can look inconsistent, overdone, or dated. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Timeless results always outlast trends. After chasing perfection for years, I got hit with a heartbreak no concealer could cover. From bullshit to broken hearts is my story. It's my honest take on love, loss, and coming back stronger. Aging may wrinkle your skin, but it will never wrinkle your spirit. Get your copy today. The link will be in the show notes. No filters, no apologies, just real conversations where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. This is Party's Over. Externally, I wanted to look a certain way, but internally, I wasn't happy. I've had so many procedures, so many treatments, more than I can count. I had to learn what a narcissist was when I realized I was married to one.
You've reinvented yourself, and now you're on a new chapter and a new journey.
I like to incorporate a little bit of my story as well on the show, but I'm also interested in learning other people's stories. I want the viewers in my show to walk away feeling great about themselves, feeling empowered. No filters, no apologies, just real conversation where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. Party's over, my friends. And now it's time for Worth It or Waste It, where we look at aesthetic procedures and what results you can realistically expect. If you want honest guidance about cosmetic treatments, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Today's Worth It or Waste It is thread lifts, a subtle lift or a temporary fix.
They're a temporary fix, right?
They are a
I've
temporary
never done
fix.
them, but there's a reason why I haven't.
Yes. So with thread lifts, they are definitely a temporary fix. Nothing lasts. Even a facelift doesn't last. So I like the threads only if you go to the right injector and you're only doing them just for little tweaks here and there. So for women who've already had facelifts and you're feeling just a little bit of sag, they're fine.
Aren't
But
they dangerous?
I don't think
I
they're
heard
dangerous
they can get infected
if you go to the wrong injector.
Yeah.
So it's really important that you go to the right injector for threads. I was really against threads before, but now they've improved them so much. And I feel like with the right injector, they're fine. I don't believe in them if you're going to get like 10 threads on each side. I think it's too many because it creates holes. And then what
So
happens
that was
is,
what I was going to
Yes.
ask. So for somebody like me who's never had a facelift, wouldn't it be better just to wait and get the facelift as opposed to start getting threads early?
yes,
Because the facelift, it makes the facelift harder
it's harder.
to work.
Well, depending on how many threads. So I've talked to surgeons who have had patients come in and when they start to do the facelift, they've had like 100 threads. And there's so many holes and it makes it so much more difficult. But if you're just getting like 2 at a time, 2 here, 2 there, I think it's okay. I mean, I don't think that you need to.
But if you only need 2, you probably
I feel
could
like
just wait.
you just wait. But for somebody who's had a facelift and they're so excited for their facelift and they don't last. So even after like 5 years, you're going to start to get sag again. I feel like it's fine. Like I'll do threads here and there. Not a lot, but I have done them. I also do body threads. So I'm a big believer. I like the body threads for your knees. And I know that there are people that will do them for their stomach. I think the body threads are great. And you can do as many as you want. It's not, that big of a deal. But for your face, I feel like if you've never had a facelift, I wouldn't do the threads. But if you had a facelift and you just want, a little bit of maintenance in between facelifts, I think they're fine. As long as you go to the right injector.
How long do they last on your face?
They don't last that long. So nothing lasts.
Like a year, 2
Not
years?
even. Maybe 6 months. So
And they're painful.
depending
On your
on
pain threshold.
who injects them and if they're numbing you correctly. So the last time I got threads in my knees, which was a couple weeks ago, it was not painful at all. But I've had them in the past where they're super painful. So it just depends on how they're numbing. And are they numbing both areas where the threads go in and where they end? So if you're numbing that both areas, you should be
But
fine.
you're doing all this for just 6 months on your face.
Yes, or your knees, or it doesn't matter.
And
Nothing
they're not
lasts.
cheap.
They're not cheap, and nothing lasts. So even for our viewers who are planning to get a facelift, and if you think it's going to last 15 years and you don't have to do maintenance in between, that's false.
So it's a temporary fix, but sometimes a necessary
Yes.
temporary fix.
But everything's a temporary fix because nothing lasts. Have you considered or tried a thread lift? Tell us in the comments, what were your expectations? Worth it for mild sagging and subtle temporary improvement? Wasted if you're expecting dramatic or long-lasting lifting? If this helped you decide, share it with someone exploring non-surgical options. And don't forget to like and share. The best results start with realistic expectations. Hi, it's Sandra. I wrote From Bullshit to Botox because somebody had to say it out loud. Fillers, facelifts, the whole obsession with forever young. I go there unapologetically. So if you've ever wondered what really goes on behind the beauty industry's polish, then grab your copy. The link will be in the show notes. No filters, no apologies, just real conversations where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. This is Party's Over. Externally, I wanted to look a certain way, but internally, I wasn't happy. I've had so many procedures, so many treatments, more than I can count. I had to learn what a narcissist was when I realized I was married to one.
You've reinvented yourself, and now you're on a new chapter and a new journey.
I like to incorporate a little bit of my story as well on the show, but I'm also interested in learning other people's stories. I want the viewers in my show to walk away feeling great about themselves, feeling empowered. No filters, no apologies, just real conversation where we learn, we laugh, and we level up. Party's over, my friends. Welcome to the after party, Spill It, where we answer your questions and nothing's off limits. Here's one we just got. Are you ready?
I don't know, am I?
I don't know. This is so weird. He says he's separated, but he's still living at home with his wife. Is it fair game to date him?
No!
Or is this situation I should stay away from?
No, you don't date somebody that's living in
No.
the same house as their wife.
Because I don't
What's
believe
wrong
in
with
separated
you?
but living together.
No, that's lies.
Now, there are situations that I've seen for financial reasons where people are divorced and they have separate parts of the house.
Nesting too. So nesting but they're not living together when they're nesting. So nesting is like when the therapist doesn't want the kids to have to move. So they'll keep the family home, and then each of the spouses will get their own apartment and leave when it's not their time, but they're never there together.
But that's different.
That's
than this.
different. That's not living together. Yeah.
I don't believe that someone's saying that he's separated but still living at home with his wife. That makes no sense
No,
to me.
let me tell you, if I'm still living at home with my husband and we're not getting along, he is not fair game to date. Like, no. Like, just so we're all clear. And, like, what does that say about you? Like, I'm sorry, but, like, we keep blaming the guy. But guess what? You shouldn't be dating a married man.
And so many women are.
Yeah. Like, I get, like, we don't want to, like, hate on the girl. But, like, yeah, let's hate on the girl that's going after, that's dating a married man. Like, I think it's wrong.
There's so many people
wrong. Like, it's
that are
not
dating
okay.
married
It's
men.
like, I feel like we've gotten into this culture where we like want to protect the woman, but you know what? Sometimes a woman is a homewrecker, and we shouldn't protect her.
Well, it happens so many times.
Yeah.
Any woman out there that goes after a married man has serious
Yes.
problems.
Serious issues.
Serious self-esteem issues,
It's sick.
serious insecurities, because
Yeah.
there are 8 billion people on this planet. Why are you going after a married man? It
I
doesn't
agree.
make sense to me.
Like, you're a bad person if you go out with a married man.
And somebody's
You are.
telling you that they're separated but still living at home with his wife. That doesn't make any sense. If
No.
they're separated, why are they
still
still living
And
together?
guess what? If they're that freshly separated, they're not ready to date you.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
If they're still living with their wife, there's a reason.
Yeah. Stay away.
If you want to avoid complicated triangles and emotional fallout, subscribe and share Parties Over, because timing matters as much as chemistry. Spill it with us. Nothing here is off limits.